Hello and welcome to my League of Legends roundup for July 24th, where we cover the games that took place last night in the LCS, the LPL and LCK games from this morning, LCS games that just finished up now, and go over the LPL games for tomorrow. If you would like, there is a Discord link in the description if you'd like to join us when the games are going on, just BS. We also talk about betting in there as well. There is a betting channel, so if you are into that, that is there also. You will notice there's a Patreon link down below. I will be posting some insight on bets and predictions when it comes to League and the NFL for the foreseeable future for $1 a day fee. Now, for the LCS. Dignitas versus C9 start us off last night. Jensen ends up going 3-1-5. Fudge 1-1-4 as C9 beat Dig. Fudge leading the way with 27% of the team's damage. Gamsu went, I believe, 2-2-3 with 31% of the team's damage for Dig. TL versus Immortals. Immortals losing here. TL, Bwipo coming through in a big way. 11-3-2 with 38% of the team's damage in top lane. Hansama 1-0-16. I believe they played a Seraphine 80 carry game, if I recall correctly. Power of Evil 2-2-4 with 33% of Immortals damage. TSM and 100 Thieves. 100 Thieves beat TSM. FBI 6-0-4, 32% of the team's damage. Someday 4-0-4 in top lane. Maple 0-3-1 with the team leading 33% of damage for TSM. As TSM go 0-2 on the weekend, when you see over here, they had a good week last week, and this week they came back down to earth. EG versus CLG. EG 10th in the power rankings. They came out Thursday, 8-1. They would beat CLG. Impact 5-0-12 in top lane with 29% of the team's damage. Inspired 6-0-9 in the jungle. Contracts 2-2-1 with a monstrous 37% of the team's damage for a jungler is pretty damn insane. Kind of just shows how outclassed CLG was yesterday, because that is just outrageous. FlyQuest versus Golden Guardians. FlyQuest winning, going to 6-4. Takui 2-0-9 with 37% of the team's damage in mid. Very different story when it's a carry. 37% is a high number, but when it's a mid laner or 80 carry, sometimes we can see it all the way into the 40s. Jose Dioto 7-1-5 in the jungle when he pulled out, I believe, an Udyr. Not 100% sure. Maybe he was against an Udyr in this one. Ablaze Olive 1-2-2 with the team leading 29% of Golden Guardians damage. I forgot this. This is not mentioned on Leaguepedia, which is why I wasn't fully aware of it. Because I didn't watch the LCS games last night, because this video goes up today. Dig called up Spawn to play for Neo. Leaguepedia doesn't have it up yet. Spawn is not ready for the LCS. Neo's stats aren't that good either. Now, I understand Spawn played 5 Senna games in 26 tilts. But looking at his CS numbers for all champions, none of them are above 9.5. So laning-wise, I mean, yesterday I think he went 4-2-1, if I recall correctly. So, did he lose them the game against C9? No. But in lane, 7.56 CS per minute. 5.84 KDA is pretty damn good, though. Like, very good. 73.6 KP, 33.6 kill share, so he has a very high kill share number. 23.3 gold share, as he plays a lot of different champions. 9 in 26 games. Like I said, he played the Senna a handful of times already. Neo, 2.81, 7.75 CS per minute. He also has played a couple Senna games. But outside of the Zeri, his laning numbers aren't that great. 58.4 KP, 18.2 kill share, 21.6 gold share, and 5 champions in 9 games for Neo. I mean, I could say Dig, I mean, this is not a bad idea for Dig to start, thinking about the future and making moves. But at the same time, I don't know if Spawn is entirely ready. I do like that he plays a lot of different things, and I mean, he's not losing them the games. But he didn't lose them the games this weekend. But, I mean, your player decisions are kind of off with picking up Gamsu in top lane as far as I'm concerned. But I kind of beat the hell out of that horse during the offseason. LPL, so this morning, Top would beat Ultra Prime 2-0. Top coming in 10-1, Ultra Prime 3-7. Top third in the power rankings. Jackie up 13, 6, and 13 with 29% of the team's damage. Wayward would go 7, 1, and 12 in top as he played his former teammate Zoom. Zoom did awful. He went like 0 and 10, completely inted and lost me my prop. Elk 6, 3, and 5, 32% of Ultra Prime's damage. OMG versus Weibo. Weibo 16th in the power rankings at 7 and 4. OMG 5 and 6. Weibo would 2-0 them. The Shy going 8, 1, and 7 in top, 35% of the team's damage. Angel 8, 0, 11 in mid. Abel 3, 4, and 1 for OMG. As he had like, I think they only had like 6 kills total between the two games. Game 1 was like 7 to 3 in total kills. It was outrageous. It was like a Fred Brian game, and I cannot believe Weibo even has that in their deck to play. So yeah, that's a thing. LCK, Sandbox 12th in the power rankings, 7 and 4. Kwangdong 4 and 7. Sandbox 2-0 him as closer dominates. I think he had 10 kills on a Kali as they went 16-0 and 8. I mean, he went 16-0 and 8 with 33% of the team's damage. Prince 5, 4 and 10. Teddy 4, 4 and 10 for Kwangdong with 31% of their damage. HLE versus Gen G. Gen G does an easy 2-0. I mean, completely stomps HLE as they're 4th in the power rankings. Ruler 13, 1 and 8 with 32% of the team's damage. Peanut 8, 2 and 14 as he played in his 500th LCK game. Doodoo 4, 8 and 1 with 36% of Hanwha Life's damage in top. I will say top lane in the LCK was pretty lackluster yesterday. When we get to the stars of the day, it's kind of like just pulling at straws. LCS for tonight. TL, 20th in the power rankings, 7 and 3, would be upset by CLG, who came in at 5 and 5. Palafox played a great game in mid on the Azir. 7, 1 and 6 with 37% of their damage. Luger 4, 0 and 6 for CLG. Bwipo 1, 3 and 3 with a 49% damage share. I mean, and on a Graves top, like the TL just completely laid an egg. As this might drop him out of the power rankings out of the top 25. It'll be close. GG and C9. C9 ended up coming back against GG. Licorice solo killed Fudge in the early game, and C9 were able to recover, even though Fudge was completely useless for pretty much the entire game. Jensen 7, 0 and 11 in mid with 29% of the team's damage. Blabber 5, 3 and 9 in the jungle. Stixay 6, 4 and 0 for Golden Guardians on a Twitch, I believe. 32% of Golden Guardians damage. 100 Thieves in EG, 100 Thieves 19th, EG 10th. 100 Thieves would beat EG in this one. Abadage 7, 1 and 10 in the mid lane on an Azir as well, 32% of the team's damage. Someday 4, 2 and 8 in top. Impact 0, 3 and 5 for Evil Geniuses, with the team leading 28% of damage as EG kind of just rolls over against 100 Thieves. You know, I mean, EG I still consider the best team in the LCS, but this is a notable game. I mean, this was a test for EG. TSM versus Immortals, nothing on the line here as Immortals wins. Kenby 6, 1 and 6. It was nice for Kenby to show up. I think I may have said in one of the sneak peeks, he's kind of not done a lot this split to really make me want to feel one way or the other about him. 100% KP though in this one. Revenge 4, 0 and 6 in top. Soul for TSM went 2, 2 and 1 with 37% of the team's damage. I think he had both 2 of the 3 kills for TSM, so trying his hardest. I mean, as Revenge goes 4, 0 and 6, you know, TSM are definitely trying to look to the future, and Maple is just kind of stuck there. Fly versus Dig. Fly end up coming out ahead to move on to 7 and 4 as Dig fall to 2 and 9. Johnson 4, 0 and 4. Phillip 2, 1 and 7 for Fly, and River 1, 3 and 1. A lot of these kills came in a final ace after Elder, where Chikui was able to bait the entire team of Dignitas, pull them away from Elder so Fly could finish the Elder, and then Phillip would come in on a Gwen, in turn get a double kill, Johnson would get a double kill, and then they would end off of that fight directly. That game just ended, that's why I don't have damage stats up there. Is Fly going to 7 and 4? They're tied with TL. They're tied with, they're tied with TL. So that's pretty big. I mean, FlyQuest are surprising me once again, surprising, I want to say, everybody. You know, are their issues similar? Yes, their top laner is not up to par necessarily, but Philip's only 19 years old. It's not necessarily like Kumo, who had been around for a minute, and we kind of knew what we were getting. Philip is somebody new and different. So that's it for the games today. Now on to the sneak peek. I overlooked the fact that Stars of the Day are on here because I forgot about Stars of the Day as I was doing the board today and realized, I don't want to erase everything on here, so we're going to move Stars of the Day across. So yesterday, Bwipo, Jose, Diodo, Takui, FBI, and Vulcan were Stars of the Day. LPL, Wayward, SFM, Angel, Jackie Love, Mark, Dove, Peanut, Closer, Ruler, Lahens, and then someday Kenvi, Palafox, Johnson, and Sven for today for the LCS. I wanted a very colorful scheme here. All 5 winners are represented. That's why Sven's on there, because honestly, he probably wasn't probably the best support. But he was, I want to fix this board. He, a C9 player had to be represented. So that's it for Stars of the Day. Like I said, Wayward dominated Zoom and top. SFM and Angel played very well against OMG. Jackie Love and Mark really dominated. Elk and, Mianu played game 1, and then Chao Sienna playing game 2. So, yeah. Rare Atom versus RNG. You can go to the Discord. The prediction thread is there. I forgot to do today's for all those games we just went over, so I apologize for that. If you want to know who I think is going to win, that's going to be on the Patreon. It is free. I don't expect you to pay for my predictions if you just wanted to know who I was going to win. But some people want to know for betting purposes, so they will be on the Patreon for now, public until August 1st. So, Rare Atom versus RNG. Rare Atom 2-8, RNG 8-2. Rare Atom played top last game out there, losing 2-0 on the Rift. EDG lost to RNG 2-1. So RNG, that was a big game 3. If you recall, they came back from an 11K gold deficit. Week 6, day 2, Rare Atom actually beat RNG in spring. Cube went 11-1-7. Cube versus Bin is not what we're going to watch. We're going to watch Cube versus Breathe as they play. In that series, that was like the book on RNG that nobody wanted to follow, which was go after Bin hard, get him off his game, and you can beat RNG. Teams really wouldn't do that throughout MSI. Quite to the level that RA had done it in spring to beat them. And it's kind of sus at the time that nobody executed on that. So we'll see if Breathe can handle Cube. Because really, Rare Atom doesn't have a lot else going for him. FPX versus Thunder Talk. FPX 24th in the power rankings. Thunder Talk 11th. TT 4-6. FPX 5-6. FPX beat Anyone's Legend last week 2-1. Thunder Talk would lose to Weibo 2-1. The last time they played was week 6, day 7. Thunder Talk winning in spring. UCal was the only player on that team that's still on Thunder Talk. Going 11-3-10 in mid. Clid versus Beshwan is what we want to watch. Beshwan, formerly an FPX jungler that had his job taken by Clid this past split in spring. So we'll see how they do. It should be very interesting. I expect a lot of aggression out of Beshwan. He's an aggressive jungler, a very fun one to watch. And this one, honestly, this one's going to be a close series. I think it's going 3 games. So that's it for my roundup for today. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. Tomorrow I will have my video where I go over the roundup as well as my top performers of the week in the 4 major regions. If you missed my video earlier today, I went over the Patreon just to go over what my content was on there if you had any interest at all. But that's that. So, like I said, the Discord's in the description, and thank you for watching.